Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to Gift of Healing TV. I'm Sarah Jane, and I am delighted to be joined for this program by Patricia Iris Kerins. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here, Sarah. It really is. It's a long time since you and I have gotten together, and yeah, it's always a delight. So, thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. Now, Patricia's going to be sharing some information first and a meditation. So, tonight's topic, if you like, is finding and activating your hidden divine feminine powers. Now, as Patricia said, she and I have spoken on a number of occasions, so her bio is on the website. Patricia, I'm going to hand over to you. Do by all means share a little about yourself, but I know you want to share obviously about this, and then we're going to enjoy a meditation from me. But if you need anything from me, just ask. I'm still going to be here and listening and enjoying.
Well, that's great, Sarah. That's always very calming for the nerves just to know that Sarah's there in the background holding the energy. Just fabulous. Well, hello, everybody. And you will hear, no doubt, from my accent that I'm from Glasgow in Scotland, part of the United Kingdom, and currently living in the southeast of Ireland. That's where I've retired to. But prior to that, really since very early 1990s, I started working with women, empowering them to be all they can be, to fulfill their powerful potential. And during that time, I've been growing and changing myself and incorporating many, many different aspects, including channeling. And I soon found that I was being used as an instrument for the divine. And they chose to work through me, and I was deeply honoured to be chosen. And I have brought through a lot of different messages for many hundreds of people, particularly in Scotland, and I ventured down to England and then latterly over to Ireland. So, yeah, and America. I did quite a lot of work in Baltimore on the eastern seaboard there. But you know, the one who has always been there for me, and this may resonate for some of you, would be the Christed ones. And by that I mean Jesus or Yeshua or Sananda, some of you may call him, and Mary Magdalene, Grandmother Anna, Mother Mary, all these beautiful souls working through to connect and contact. But you know, my own job here, my own task, my purpose, if you like, was to work on my self-esteem, on my self-confidence, and to learn to see myself, to learn to hear my own voice and to trust it, to have faith in what I was getting, to bring it forward, and to basically love myself. And wow, that is so not what we are taught as youngsters, isn't it? We're taught to put everybody else first, and it's the same when you're in family situation. You become a wife, mother, all of that, and that's the teaching is put everybody else first. But of course, if you do that, and it's great to do that, but how long can you do that without giving away all of your own energy, all of your own power? So that was part of the learning, has been a huge part of my learning. And at times it's been tough, at times it's been hard. I've been lost. And I think when you go through huge transitions, there can be a period of thinking, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I had this sorted. And of course, no sooner have you said, oh, I've got this sorted, than the goalposts shift again. And there you go, you've got to start again. So it's a wonderful conundrum. And that, in fact, is the word. But you know, it's very soul rewarding, is how I would put it, because your soul all the time is expanding in love. And so, when people say to me, Sarah, I'll say, well, share a wee bit about your background and everything. I could give you a whole load of list of things that I've qualified in that my left brain, my divine masculine needed to do to feel right about all of this. Or I could just say to you, do you know what? I love love, to be in the energy of love, to be divine love in action. I can see Sarah nodding her head, and you get that. And that's really what I would be saying now, that I've learned through all of that, starting way back, and some of you are going to remember her, Louise L. Hay. Yeah. And she wrote that fabulous book, You Can Heal Your Life. And the minute I read that, it was, I don't know, I think my whole life had been fairly arid up until that point. But I was reading that thinking, I've got to be like a sponge. I've got to read more of this and find out more of this. This woman's speaking my language. And I ended up actually doing quite a lot of work with Louise Hay. Went over to her place in San Diego, just outside of San Diego. Place just escapes my memory for the moment. But went to her house there, all of that, did all of that. Lovely lady. But you know what? A feisty lady, really feisty. I mean, divine feminine, totally. But the two aspects of the divine feminine beautifully merged together in as much as, yes, soft, caring, creative, all of that. But you know what? Then there's this other side, that you won't push her about or mess her about or abuse in any way. And I reckon, I'm going back, as you know, late 80s, early 90s. So it's a long way to go back. And yet I just feel that the women of today, they have grown immense amounts of expanded love. They've come forward. They are speaking up, and it's a joy to hear that. And yet we're still hearing of so much misuse of power in their direction. Now, my theory on that is, and it's exactly the same as Louise's, is that this is you and I, you of us who are interested in this kind of thing. We need to realize who we are. We need to remember who we are. We are love in action. And the minute we start to really love and respect and care for ourselves, that's the vibration we will put out there from our third chakra, solar plexus. And that's the tune we will play. And that's what we will magnetize to ourselves. So my big message on all of that stuff is, it's got to start with you. Whatever you want to see, imagine in your life, visualize in your life, needs to begin with you. So if you're trailing about saying nobody loves me, and I'm this and I'm that, or, that you've got to start doing it for you. Then you will attract it in. I nearly went off on a totally different subject there, so I'm going to come back because I am talking about identifying really and activating your divine feminine. Now, everything I've said really is about the divine feminine, but people will say to me, well, Patricia, why do you call this divine? What is this divine word? Now, to me, everything's about sound as well. So sound, it's a vibration, divine, divinity. It is, for me, the highest vibration of something that I can talk about. So if I'm talking about divine love, I mean the highest vibration, all accepting, yeah, and all forgiving love. So it's not the romantic type love. It really is a very deep, rich love that's coming from your soul, that you're sending out, that you're giving out. Mostly, I would love you to be giving it to yourself, really seeing yourself through divine love's eyes, and then able to give that out to other people. So it indicates the highest vibration of your sacred feminine attributes. When I'm talking about the divine feminine, that's what I'm talking about. Now, two guys in the 80s got together in the University of California, and they studied the properties of the brain, and they plotted them all. It took them 25 years, bless them. And they could tell us that the right hand side of the brain is the side that is feminine. It does all the creative work, inspirational, loving, all that kind of thing. Whereas the left side, and you'll have heard this spoken about, is very much the masculine side, the analytical side, the mathematics, the logical, all that stuff. We all have both. So although I am addressing what I'm saying mostly to women, because, well, I just seem to attract mostly women on everything that I'm offering, but a lot of men are beginning to harness the power of their divine feminine in balance with their masculine. And really, what needs to happen is more women need to be rebalancing. A lot of women have really got into their feminine side, but what they need to do is rebalance it with the masculine so that we've got this equal, this parity, yeah, and that whatever we can conceive of, whatever we can creatively inspire ourselves with, conceive, it's going to be looked after by the masculine. It's going to be nurtured. It's going to be supported. Yeah. So then you get these two energies working together, total balance. And that goes on inside you, whether you're a man or a woman. Now, that could be a wee bit difficult, particularly the men folk, to get round because, of course, the feminine side is very soft, very gentle, very loving. But also, as I've said, we have this in growing, if you like, divine masculine as well. And for me, I'll tell you how I see it. I see it like a benign lioness on my right hand side. She is beautiful. She is soft. She's just like a big cat. Give her a lovely stroke, right? And she's just purring there. But you know what? On this side, we have this divine masculine. And this is a big cat. This is the male cat with the big flowing lion's mane, all of that. And wow, if you put, here's the line, and you go over this line, and I'll let you know. Not in a nasty way, just in a really powerful way, because that's the power of the divine masculine, the honorable divine masculine, supportive, loving. He's going to take his divine feminine and really care for her. And together they're going to work together and produce whatever the conceptual process is. Because, yeah, I mean, you can conceive of a child, or as in my case, I haven't had any children. I've been on the planet 72 years. And yet I've given birth to so many words on behalf of spirit, and books and meditations and songs. For many years, I really was a professional singer. I performed with many of the big orchestras in Britain, including Her Royal Highness's Royal Marine Band in Scotland for 11 years. That was the Queen. And I did a lot of their big concerts, actually, and wonderful musicians. So, I mean, I had all of that going on. I've now grown out of that side into more working with sound and bringing that into my work too. But it's just to let you see how you've got all of this beautiful potential, possibility within you. And that's really the divine feminine, I think, is the feminine that encompasses, embraces all of that. It's not just a female feminine, it's one who understands the enormity of calling oneself that. I'm an instrument of the divine feminine, yeah? And I mean, I'm channeling messages. I obviously pray a lot, and I'm bringing through what I regard to be goddess messages from Mary Magdalene, and she's very much in evidence because she feels there are a lot of wrongs to be righted. She was accused of being this, that, and the next thing when she was on the planet. And through her past lives, through all the ancestral stuff, she really accumulated, if you like, a very hard time. And a lot of us women took on that imprint and we became servile. I think women who are a bit older became really servile um, and were happy to play down. You might be thinking inside. I used when I was wee, I used to think if they ever knew what I was really thinking, I would be thrown out this house. And I mean, I was born into a house load of professional musicians. That's what they were, and so I had to mind my P's and Q's, you know. However, there is that understanding, if you like, that we really do. We are aware of this enormous power within, and Mary Magdalene is stepping forward to help you to embrace it as well. Now, that's not, we don't mean to say that everybody's got to go and be much, more masculine. That I'm not suggesting that for a moment. It's not really about the gender side of things. It's just about the various properties, the logic, the analytical, and the ability to make it happen. Because so many people, I mean, a lot of my clients are, Patricia, I'm writing a book and I'm this and I'm that. And, and then I say, well, okay, so when is that being launched? When are you doing this? When are you doing that? Oh, well, I haven't got around to that. Oh, I could put that off till next week. Okay, right. So it's about when you actually harness the divine masculine, he's going to make it happen, actually. He is going to kick in and say, right then, let's do this. Because, my friend Neen Forder, a beautiful girl who has been working with me, she's an artist and a whiz on the computers and whatnot. She and I, in the space of, I think, about 3 weeks, have just launched. Yesterday, she launched on my website a journal for women to bring actually the 3 powers of womanhood into awareness so that they can work through their child issues, their woman issues, and the elder issues so that they can, in fact, work through them, make notes, improve things, la la la. So we did all that. And yeah, I mean, we probably had about a 30-minute discussion about it and then, okay, let's go for it. And we are so simpatico, we're so on the same page that it's just lovely. Now, she's a much younger lady than me. She's got lovely children and all of that. So she's got woman energy just oozing out of her, all that delicious divine feminine energy, which I have too, but I'm working on the grandmother, the elders energy level, which is another string to our bow. And we were pulling up the child as well. Anyway, there I go again. You see, off I go on something else, but just bringing you right back. How do you identify and activate your divine feminine? Well, that's what I'm going to do this wee meditation on tonight. And basically, I am going to bring a book out in March. I've decided I'm 73, March the 16th. So I just thought, okay, there's a good date. 6 and 1 is 7. 7 is the day of the visionary. And so I am a visionary. And that's one of the divine feminine powers. And I have started that book, and we have 13 divine feminine powers within our makeup of our energy field. Interestingly, we have 13 strands of DNA. So, I mean, the whole thing just ties in beautifully. One can also link it to the chakra system. Big subject, great subject. And we can really get in about it. So tonight, I don't have time to go through all those with you. I'll let you know when the book comes out. But what I am going to do are use the ones that we need to. So we're going to use the divine power, feminine power of divine love. Yeah, we're going to use that in the meditation. We're going to use the power of intention, divine intention, because if you just got to set your intentions, and when you do that, universe kicks in and says, "Okay, you're setting that intention. Well, we'll make it happen. We'll get that going." And then we're going to do healing, divine healing, the power of divine healing. Another very divine feminine power, isn't it? Because we all have the innate ability to heal. And we're going beyond believing in that. We're actually knowing we can do. We've gone beyond all the belief side of things. And the last one I was going to take out would be the fourth one, is the power to vision, to use your powers of vision. I will be guiding you today, this morning, this evening, whenever it is for you. I will be guiding you through that, and we will call forward your beautiful divine feminine, and we'll do some work with her. So I hope that sounds really good for you. It's an introduction, if you like, to her. And some of you will have been working with her much more so than perhaps you're aware that you're doing it. And then when you realize, just actually, here's how I can do this as a means of getting through and expanding it all, I'm sure that you will enjoy it. So there we go. So what I'm going to ask you to do then is just like any meditation, come visualization, make yourself comfy. And some people really like to close eyes, other people don't. I totally respect that. It's whatever's right for you. But if it feels right, please close your eyes and just take a few beautiful deep breaths. And as you feel yourself begin to settle, you are allowing your whole body to relax on every out breath. Just that feeling of letting go of all the challenges, the issues of the day, perhaps some anxieties, some worry, some tension, anything like that. Just for this moment, for this time together, I'm going to invite you to let it go and to let divine love fill your whole field of energy. And just see that beautiful, beautiful pink, loving light coming to you, surrounding you with a bubble. That's it. Good. And as we begin, I am being asked that you ground yourself by sending a tap root down from the very base of your spine, right down through all the different levels and layers of this beautiful earth. Feel yourself being pulled down. That's it. That's it. Really connected. And now you're going to take all your awareness to the crown of your head and go from the crown right up to the cosmos, right up to where the Christed ones, the illumined ones, the galactic ones are living and breathing in their dimensions, in their places. And you're sending your connection up there and you're plugging in. And as you plug in, you're drawing down this beautiful, amazing energy that is the Christed energy. So now you are beautifully connected to Mother Earth, to Gaia, and to the cosmos, to the higher dimensions, to the councils of light. And you're still surrounded by your beautiful, pink, loving light. You are protected. You are safe as you make your way into this beautiful, beautiful vision. And just before we continue, I now invoke the power and the presence of Mother, Father, God, the All that is. I invoke the power and presence of Yeshua ben Joseph, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, and Grandmother Anna. I invoke the power and presence of Archangel Michael, Most High, and all the beloved archangelic realms who work for us day in, day out. All of these illumined beings will be with us during our entire journey this evening. And you breathe. And you feel these energies. You feel the shifts in your own energy field. Before we begin, Archangel Michael Most High is just taking the beautiful violet flame around you, starting above your head, burning away anything and everything that no longer serves. It's just sitting outside your physical body in your field. He's burning all of that away, coming down the front of your body now, taking time, burning it all away. That's it. Under your feet now, coming right up the back of your legs, right up the back, up the spine, burning away all that has been released. Even as I spoke earlier, stuff was being released because they were already working with you. And then we're going to come down the left side of the body, under your arm, and then down the trunk of the body and the left leg, under that foot, up the inside leg, right up to the base of the spine, down the right leg under the foot, and then up the side of the body through the leg, the waist, the trunk, under the arm, out to the tips of the fingers, right up over the arm, And then I just see him coming up to the crown and then making sure that he got the head, all of the face, all of the back of the head, and the throat in particular. Because if women have a weakness, it would be the throat center, the speaking up, speaking authentically, speaking your truth without fear. And that takes courage. And so the next chakra that's really being given a good clearing is the heart. Courage. Excuse me. Courage, mon brave. Takes, courage and bravery to really be who you are. That's it. And then down to the womb, the second chakra. And here is the seat of all your ancestral heritage, lineage, every past life you've ever had, undertaken, endured. We're going back 12, 13,000 years. A lot of stuff came down the lines. Big subject. Past lives, big subject. And yet in this moment we are harnessing the divine feminine power of your intention, and you've set the intention to cleanse and clear and empower all aspects of your divine feminine attributes. And so I'm just seeing Archangel Michael Most High cleansing and cleaning out your womb. You see there's a lot of stuff in there, dark stuff, from a long, long time ago. And in the name of Mother, Father, God, we ask that this is now sent to the light with our love and our forgiveness, of course. And we see Michael and his legions of dark blue angels pulling them out, pulling all that stuff out, taking it away for transmutation to the light. How beautiful is that? Powerful. Because you see, we harnessed the power of divine love before we even started. And the power that is divine love is working through. The power of divine love and forgiveness. Wonderful. As all that happens, we see the beautiful archangelic realms really helping all of that dark stuff out and away from you. You're going to feel much, much lighter at the end of this. Good work. How beautiful is that? And I'm just being reminded because my friends, the Arcturians, Commander Marek has entered in, and they are blue. They are blue. They wear blue. They are blue. Very, very striking, vibrant blue. And he bows his head, for he is here to serve you this night. He is saying, to be with you, to walk with you through this journey this evening. And he will be supporting you and guiding you in his divine masculine energy. He's looking after the divine feminine. And with that in our hearts and our minds, we're just calling your divine feminine forward. Here she comes. And she has landed. And you know, it's very much struck. I'm very much struck with the resemblance of your divine feminine with your higher self, with your God self, goddess self. Wow, is she powerful? Do you feel that? Do you feel the frisson of energy? That's how powerful she is. And she's holding her arms out to you and she's saying, I'm ready. I've landed. I'm ready if you are. And then it's up to you. Because remember those words, courage, mon brave. This takes courage, devotion. And you've got it. You've got the potential. You've got the power. Beautiful. And she's saying, remember to invoke the power of intention. Remember to invoke the power of divine love in every aspect of your life, your relationships, your significant other. You know, just douse them in this amazing energy, feed them, nourish them with love. This is wonderful, wonderful nourishment for the soul, for your soul, for their souls, and your families, extended families, and into your home. Go into every room in your home and empower it to support your every need. The same with your technology, your beautiful computers, your beautiful phones. Make sure that divine love is working through every aspect, your car, all these aspects of your life. They may seem mundane, but how would it be if they were all really coming up, recalibrating on this vibrational scale of love and life? And you breathe this all in, but you know this is where she's at. She is asking you to come in and check in with her every day. And you know she's calling in divine masculine. They're holding hands. You know, this is a joint effort. But she's very powerful. She's very strong. But she needs him to be strong. He's got to have her back. Yeah? Yeah. Now this is all happening inside you. And the wonderful thing is that when you get this right inside you, you are going to shift and change your DNA for a start. And you are going to shift and change your vibration, which means that you will employ the power of manifestation, your other divine feminine power, and the divine feminine power of abundance, because you'll be bringing in all of this wonderful energy and you will be creating. There's the other one, the power of creation. You do this all the time. You do this, and I'll tell you, if you're not creating, you're stagnating. Yeah? You get bored. You know, what am I going to do? I've cooked all the meals, I've done the house. You know, you've got to be creating, expanding in love. and being an instrument of your divine feminine. And your divine feminine has such a strong connection with God and Goddess. God and Goddess are imprinted and implanted on every cell in your body. There is no separation. You are Goddess. You are God. And so you are bringing all of this energy to the party that is life. How wonderful is that? How blessed are we? And we are needed at this time, you and I. We need to show the younger ones the way forward. We're the way showers. So take them by the hand, be gentle, be kind, and yet, still maintain when you ask for work to be done or homework, make sure they're doing it, that kind of thing. It's just about being the perpetual teacher, isn't it? And bringing all of that good vibrational energy forward and loving them and praising them and encouraging them. And I count anybody that is younger than me as someone who's still perhaps needing a hand up, because I have people older than me to whom I can go and say, would you please give me a hand up? I just need some clarity or whatever. Keep breathing, take a nice deep breath. So there you are, you've met her, you've identified her, and you're activating all of the divine feminine attributes. Now, we're not going to go into them all, there wouldn't be time. But perhaps at another opportunity I will share some more with you. I'd be delighted. And because it's important, because I am here to empower you. It's very important because God wants me to do that. God wants me to really make sure you know you're loved and you are appreciated for all you are doing in every respect. And you are seen and you are heard. And they are very grateful for all we are doing for the light of this world and expanding it. For the light has already won. And we give great thanks, Mother, Father, God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But in this moment, beloveds, we're going to thank your beautiful divine feminine, and just, she's bowing, she's turning, and you will have seen her the way you see her, and she is beautiful. But she's just going off now. And you're still in your beautiful pink bubble. You were totally safe. You were receiving all that beautiful energy. And even if you couldn't see, you were experiencing, you were feeling, or you were seeing colours, or you were knowing. You see, we all do it differently, and every way is perfect. Just breathing. That's it. And just pulling yourself right back into your physical body, becoming more aware of that now. Just relaxing again down into that beautiful root that goes down into Gaia, into those beautiful connectors that go right up to Mother, Father, God, to the Christed ones, the illumined ones. Yeah, just take that beautiful pink bubble with you right back into your room, because when you're ready, you are going to open your eyes very gently, slowly, and come back into the here and now, and give thanks for all of that. Giving great thanks. Feeling blessed. Namaste. So there we are. Wow. Back, back, Sarah. You back again. That's good. So now, well, we set the intention of activating your divine feminine. I reckon she's got 13 different powers, and some of those are amazing things like bilocation, and I won't go into it here. It's a whole book. I'm writing it. And yeah, just notice now how you're showing up, always observing yourself, and how you're changing, how you're speaking, how you're looking, all of that. Doesn't matter what challenges life throws you, you're just, you get going, and you're going to, excuse me, bring that masculine in to really love and support. And just see then the masculines in your life, any males that are in your life, just see if there's a shift perhaps in attitude or the way they do support and love you. That would be good. So maybe some of you have some questions, and the guru that is Sara is sitting up there in my picture, and she's going to deal with that. So you can let me know if there's anybody there, as they say when we're doing a séance. Is there anybody there? You know what I mean. Cheers.
Anybody would like to comment, share their experience, please do. Here, now, while we're live. If not, that's not a problem. If you're watching the recording, if you have any questions for Patricia, you wish to share with her, you can do that. You can sort of, it's probably better if you come through the website, because I will then forward it to you. So you can put a comment on the website and you can ask for it to be kept private. I do not let anything go onto the website that people would prefer didn't go up. And Linda says, wow, fantastic meditation. Thank you.
Oh, bless.
Thank you, Linda. If, so comment on the website, comment in an email, giftofhealingtv@gmail.com. If you're listening on YouTube, again, you can put a comment under the YouTube video if you would like. And again, I will let Patricia know that that's there, because it's easy enough for us to. I hope I get told of all of those, but I do go in and answer anything that I get told of, or I pass it on for the guest to answer. So we will make sure that we connect with you. But the email one and all on the website can be the ones that are kept private, if that's more comfortable for you. And Patricia, you've got your Divine Love Facebook page.
Yes, I have. It's the Community of Divine Love on Facebook. It's very active, and I do quite a lot on there myself. But it's not just me. I've got lots of lovely people coming along and sharing what they, as Sara has been a guest on there as well, sharing divine love with our members. I think we've got 750 or thereby, and I think what I like about it is fairly active, and we're sharing lots of bits and pieces. So you're very welcome. Just ask to join, and we'll let you on that. That would be good. Also, could I just say, Sara, I've got a new website. Unfortunately, I just had to renew everything, including my Facebook page, because my name had been, you know how these people can come in and do things, I won't give it energy. But anyway, my website is pihealing.ie. So it's pihealing.ie. And the Facebook page is Patricia Kerins. Now, I've had to take the iris out. The flower has gone. but the colour remains.
The flower's still there.
I'm glad.
Patricia, thank you so very much for sharing with
Good.
us all. It was a real pleasure. There are times with me that I'm very aware of what goes on in the meditation. There are other times I have that feeling they almost blank me out so that whatever needs to happen happens.
Yes.
And I'm not allowed to be aware of it.
No, did they blank you out that time?
It did blank me out, yes. And it's not the first time it's happened. And some people have said, you know, with the meditations, and they've said, you lot fell to sleep. It was no, I didn't fall to sleep. It's just that the universe absolutely chose that I wasn't meant to know what was going on.
No, but that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have to say, it must be my ego, but as a meditation leader, I always think, oh no, I hope they got it all right. But actually, I'm assured that you do get it all right.
Well, yes, because it's for me, it's taken the mind out of it.
Yes.
So that it can be taken in by the heart and by the soul.
Yes. Yeah, I get you. I do get it. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like the light language, isn't it? Which both you and I speak.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm saying, but when people hear it, they feel it.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, isn't it?
It is.
Yes,
definitely.
It's the feeling.
Yeah. You're right. So, well, it's been a great pleasure to be here, as I said, and I hope you'll come back on the community page again, because everybody loved what you did. And so all those that are open for expanding and learning, these are the good places to be.
Absolutely. And to that end, Patricia is actually going to be joining us on I'm going to say a semi-permanent, because it's not every week basis. Today's conversation has been myself and Enolia for 2.5 years. Enolia is going to be doing the 2 this month in December. So we've got next week, we've got Serving the Elderly with Deborah Crowley. And that's going to be our topic for next week. And then we've got a final one at the end of the year with David McLeod and Scott. What's Scott's surname? Scott Holmes. And that's going to be right around the corner. And that's very much actually bringing the masculine energies. Because it's really important, the feminine energies, for the ladies to get back their feminine and the men to get back their feminine, but for us all to balance out the masculine as well, which you were talking about. So today's conversation, and then in January, Patricia joins me as my co-host for today's conversation. And we are looking forward to that. And the first one of that is going to be sort of an introductory conversation. It's just going to be Patricia and I to start with on that one. And then we're going into guests after that. So I hope that you will join us for those. So next week is today's conversation. And the week after that, I'm going to be sharing a meditation, a solstice meditation, one that universe, to a certain degree, is still yet to give me, but they've told me that I'm going to be doing that. So
I like that.
I love that. Oh no, they do this to me. It's just like, okay, fine, you wish me to share a meditation, and sometimes it literally comes to me as I'm doing it.
Good old. Well, that's the way I do it all the time. I mean, I would just wait till the last minute, and then we see how it's going to be.
But I love the flow stuff, and it's trusting the flow stuff.
Absolutely, yes.
Patricia, it's been a huge pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. I'm looking forward to obviously more conversations with you, which we will be getting from the new year. So thank you, folks, for joining us. Thank you so much, Patricia. We hope that you will join us again. Take care. Stay safe.
Bless everybody that's listening and will listen. And bless you, Sarah. Thank you for your graceful invitation. And I've loved every minute. Thank you.
Namaste, sweet souls.
Namaste.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.